Alright. And we are live.
Hello, YouTube! Or Twitch, rather.
Well, it'll be moved to YouTube.
Right. Anyway, but welcome back to Disney's House of Cards.
Yes. Oh, by the way, actually, speaking of what you were saying about being on YouTube, was something I found out about Twitch, which, shout out to, darn it, it was, Nintendo Gaming, or it was either Nintendo Games or Nintendo Gaming. Well, I feel kind of bad if I just messed up your name, but he kind of helped me out, kind of get an understanding of the basics of Twitch a little bit, and he actually brought up to me saying that normally... What he brought up to me was, he shared saying that whenever a Twitch video on Twitch is up, they actually have a deadline of when they can actually be taken down. So think of it like a really long Snapchat where it'll eventually disappear.
Huh.
So kind of a good thing, it'll eventually be moved over to YouTube? Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know why I keep lagging out, and I have no idea why my preview screen keeps messing up every time I stream on Twitch. But I know we're streaming, because if we stopped streaming, we would get an alert.
Right.
So I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. You know what? Just to help, I am gonna fix up something just to be safe. I don't know, I just thought we could have at least gotten the game a bit bigger for our view, but I'm just going to put this up as a safety net, just to be, you know, cautious.
Good idea.
When I get better equipment, this will be a lot easier to work with. But yes, so yeah, here we are, Chain of Memories. Last time we streamed, it was 2 weeks ago, we had Joey come up, and we dealt with Vexen again?
Yeah.
Okay.
We dealt with Vexen again, and, you know, it basically took us about the same amount of time to beat him as the last time.
And I felt god-awful.
Yeah, because you jinxed me, like, during, like, you know, one of the times that I tried to beat him.
Yeah, and then I got, like, really sick.
Yeah. Maybe that was, I guess, like, the gamer god punishing you for jinxing it or something.
No, I mean, I've been feeling a bit off a little bit that day anyway, but I'm just kind of like, oh, you know what, we might as well.
Okay, wait, so before you go into the next room, because there's going to be a boss fight if you head in there.
Okay.
Basically,
Sorry.
you and me are going to be doing a little backtracking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because for the stop stuff?
Yes, because I finally figured out, I've been playing through all of my Kingdom Hearts games as well to be, you know, have the story be refreshed for Kingdom Hearts 3 when it finally comes out. And, you know, basically, I'm on Chain of Memories now with Colin. I'm a bit, you know, more ahead than he is. Like, I'm on the 13th floor now, and he's still basically just about to be done with floor 10. And basically I got to the 13th floor, and I still just could not figure out why. Okay, sorry.
He was just there.
Right, yeah. Oh wait, you know what? No, I'm not gonna bother with it. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, no, but I just could not figure out why I did not have stop yet, and I was on the 13th floor, and I got really upset. So finally, I just gave up, and I looked up, you know, where or when or how you're supposed to get, and I actually, yeah, I went the wrong way. Surprisingly enough, I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this way. But basically, I looked it up, and apparently you're supposed to get stop from the first Calm Bounty room in Wonderland. So what me and Colin are going to do, it's going to be a little tedious, because, you know, we'll have to do all that backtracking then, but it'll be worth it, you know, to get that stop, because trust me, Colin, it is a brilliant slate, and it's actually going to make getting through this game, at least part 1 of this game, a lot easier.
Yeah.
We're going to head into Wonderland and basically hope that the same thing works for you as it did for me.
Yeah, and all I just know is the whole thing with Kingdom Hearts is you got Sora, and I know that this game introduces Roxas. I don't really know anything about Roxas. He just looks like a blonde, better character model of Sora. But I mean, honestly, I kind of...
But that's all that you know about Roxas.
That's pretty much all I know
okay,
about
good.
him.
You didn't jump too ahead of the story without me or whatever.
No.
Okay. And honestly, even if you did, I wouldn't really mind.
I'll be honest, I think like a long time ago, though, when... Not really a long time ago. I think not too long after he introduced me to Kingdom Hearts to give it a try. I think I did see some footage of a Kingdom Hearts game. I don't remember what footage it was, but maybe someone listening might know what it is. It was either on the PSP or PS Vita, and honestly, I can't remember what it was called. But
it might have been Birth by Sleep, because
it
that
probably was.
Yeah,
that.
because that was I think if I remember correctly, that was the only Kingdom Hearts game that came out on the Vita. I could be wrong, but okay. Please let me be right. Come on. Yes, we did it!
Woo!
Woo! Finally, thank God. Okay.
Mission complete. That was honestly a quick backtrack.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And now, okay. Good news, bad news. The bad news is that now, when we go back to Twilight Town, we'll have to basically create new card doors for all the rooms in the in Twilight Town. The good news is that will give you the opportunity to basically create a bunch of different Moogle rooms to get a bunch of different stop cards now.
Yes.
Because now that you finally have your first one, you can now basically create, basically now it's available for you to purchase in the Moogle shop. And you only have 50 Moogle points. I was afraid of that.
I mean, maybe we could regain some.
Yeah. We can gain points by selling some stuff.
Yeah. But I like how last week I wasn't able to do the stream. Instead, I just basically triggered the house fire alarm.
Oh dear.
Did you ever see about that?
No, I did not actually.
What happened was sometimes I don't know why, but like we all know, I think everyone has like some kind of like irrational fear. And for me, just growing up, I was always afraid to use the oven. And I'm not gonna name names, but like some people in my family, they kind of would just be like, "Quit freaking out about the oven and put the thing in the oven already!" And then I would be afraid to put my arm inside to place stuff in and out of the oven. And so I never properly got the hang of it. And then so I tried cooking chicken on a stove using a pan. I did it once before, and there was already smoke in the house, but not a lot. But then this day in particular, this just released a whole lot of smoke.
Really?
And then I ended up making an Instagram video after when I finished the chicken, and it was like everything in the kitchen had a white tint to like the air. And I'm just like making an Instagram video like, "Hey, check this out, no, Casey, take it easy. I gotta, I'm like, hey, check it out, this is crazy. I probably shouldn't have cooked like this." And then the next video, it's not even me talking, you just hear the fire alarm go off.
Oh dear.
But what ends up happening is, alright, fine, the dog wants to be in my lap, I'll put her in my lap. What ends up happening is,
give her some sugar, Colin.
Well, she just wants petting. That's all she wants.
Oh, okay.
But what ends up happening is I get really frustrated with the fact that the fire alarm is going off, and then like I aim the camera to look back at the pan covered in like chicken burn. And I'm just like, yeah, don't cook chicken on a pan.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, it's how not to cook, or how you shouldn't cook.
How you shouldn't cook. Yeah, no, I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, and then what ends up happening is I make a third video because I have a feeling people are gonna start wondering like whatever happened to you know, the house, because I wasn't sure if, like, any of my loved ones would have been concerned or any of my friends would have been concerned. Because I know I had a friend following along with these Instagram videos, and I released a third one just being like, alright everyone, I got the steam mostly out, it stopped the fire alarm. I'm just going to leave some of these windows open for a little bit more. I got a fan blowing out some of the smoke. And a good tip, don't try to cook your chicken on a stove. And if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go cook some chicken in the oven. And then I just walk off, and then I don't make any other videos. What ends up happening, though, is what I ended up not talking about was the fact that as soon as I stopped making that video, my friend just, like, responds to me. Actually, I want to pull up the text, because he actually had something pretty funny. Because just imagine getting a text.
I feel like it looks like Casey's rabid.
What do you mean rabid?
Like,
there's like little spit.
Oh, it's spit. Okay.
She has like little spit on, like, I guess, at the bottom of her lip because she keeps licking me.
Okay,
no, yeah, she's not rabid.
Okay,
she's fine.
Okay, no, she just looks like it. Okay.
See, look, if she was rabid, then how come she looks so lovey-dovey right now?
Oh, of course.
I'm trying to pull up the text. Give me a second.
That's fine. Take your time.
The text goes for my friend. What made you think cooking chicken on a pan was a good idea? And then I just say, because I'm not comfortable using an oven. And then he just goes on to talk about why my dog was laying the way she was.
Oh.
Because she laid in like a very weird way.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But you're not weird to me, Casey. I'm just hugging the dog right now.
Okay, so, we've got two options here.
Okay.
We basically, we don't, I guess apparently we don't have enough to buy, like, more of the magic cards, which I know there's at least 1 or 2 more stops in here, and it is so crucial that you know, that if you want to, getting through the bosses to be like a breeze, you'll need at least 5 or 6 of them at the most.
Okay.
And I know that you can earn Moogle points, sort of like, gain them more easily in Agrabah, because, when you use Aladdin, he has a special move that will basically cause the Heartless to drop money.
Okay.
So, basically what we can do, we can backtrack to Agrabah and just get a lot of different, and we can just basically grind on Moogle points, or we can move forward and I can at least use the one stop card that we had to at least sort of show you what the slate would look like and what it would do if we had it stacked up a bunch of times. Which would you like to do?
I'm honestly fine with whatever you think might be a better choice.
I always like to be safe than sorry, and basically, like, I'd say for the bosses coming ahead, they should be easier because, for one thing, they don't have a giant friggin' ice shield that you gotta get by.
Yeah.
Although I don't believe that you have the kind of deck that would, basically, sort of, like, let you breeze through them, though. Or at least, I feel like with the deck that you have, it might be a bit of a challenge for you. So I'd say let's go to Agrabah and get as many, let's get as much Moogle points as possible. And it'll also be a good way to level grind, and then we'll head back, and then we'll,
Yeah.
You all right with that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Also, there's something I've kind of been planning out too for my channel.
Really? What?
Yeah, I'm thinking about. I know for a while I was talking about saying that, like, the Colin Wharton channel will eventually have its own podcast. Yeah, I'm thinking about instead putting it on the Jaxby channel. Because I want, like, the Colin Wharton channel to be more about, like, artwork.
See, he just.
Oh, okay. But yeah, what I was trying to say was I want my I want to try to aim for my Colin Wharton channel to focus on more of the videos that I put a lot of effort into, and also the kind of videos that might require some kind of budget.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, so honestly, I did a lot of cleaning in my Colin Horton channel, because I went from 99 videos to 48. But those videos aren't going to be deleted. Right now, they're privated on that account. And the ones that are worth moving over, I'm just going to move over to the Jaxby account.
Okay, I see. Oh, cool. Well, that's good. Cool. So it sounds like you're going to be doing like a lot of big renovations on your channel coming soon.
I mean, honestly, it's not really much of a renovation. It's just kind of more of a reorganized thing.
Right.
Because I feel like it might make the Colin Horton channel a bit more worth it, because I originally made it to focus on more of me outside of gaming, but then I kinda wasn't too much of a fan of that. What I now want to do is, I want it to be more like, if I make goofy, funny looking meme thing, then I'll put goofy looking funny meme thing on the Jaxby account. But say I make a goofy funny looking meme thing that I probably spent like multiple days on with like all of this hard work, then I'll put it on the Colin Horton account.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going to try to do. And I'm going to be making a proper announcement pretty much on the 1st of January. But this is kind of just me talking about it before it comes up on that channel.
Excellent. Alright, Looming Darkness. That can be a hard room, although it can definitely be good for, if you're grinding.
Yeah. What else was I going to say? But yeah, I'm planning out the podcast. I already have a name for it. I'm not going to really share it yet.
That's fine.
At some point, I am going to make a pilot. I don't know, it'll be a pretty short pilot, but just kind of to demonstrate what I was kind of hoping for this podcast. The thing is, the podcast name, I did not find any trademarks for it. I did not find any copyright for it. The closest thing I found was someone did use this name for a podcast, but it apparently was a podcast like 5 years ago, and whoever this person is, he kind of seemed to stop doing that segment. And then there was a guy that hasn't done it, another guy with also the same name of a podcast. Oh, sorry. It's alright. He stopped doing it a little over a year ago. So what I'm just planning on doing is, I'm just planning on rolling it out with the original name anyway. And in case if those two people have an issue with it, honestly, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, you don't use it anymore. Just, if they have an issue with it, I could try to see about messaging them privately to see if we can work something out. And if not, I'm not going to start over the podcast. The podcast will resume, just under a different name.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, hey, you know what? You need to let me know when your your first podcast actually starts, so I can listen in on it or something.
And I mean, I kind of want it to also mostly be with a guest here and there too. So I was thinking at some point when I'm ready to do it, you could be on one of them.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
It's something new I've wanted to try. I've never been on a podcast, but I've wanted to be on a podcast.
What will we talk about?
That's why I still got to plan it out.
Okay, cool.
Because I still have to make the pilot, and then after the pilot, that's where I'm just like, alright, fine, now we'll add in guests.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. I mean, I've never been on a podcast before, so...
Yeah, I mean, I've had an invitation for a podcast, but it's for kind of like a channel just like Pop Drop that an online friend made, and he gave me an invitation to be a guest on his podcast when they're ready to do it.
Oh, cool.
And I mean, I don't mind saying it. For those of you who don't know, for any long-time listener, the guy known as, formerly known as Gold Cave Miner, now known as Trainer Jonathan, he opened up his own little YouTube, I guess, group, where they kind of try to do similar things like how I do on Pop Drop when it comes to gaming Let's Plays, and also they're going to be doing a podcast. And I got an invitation where when they're ready to potentially squeeze in guests, I've had a request to be one of the guests. Now, I don't want to make anything fully definite. I don't know how far along they are to get ready for the show. Just the best I can tell you guys right now is I did make the logo and I did make the banner to kind of give them a helping hand. I have no idea when they're going to start. Just for me, the best I could say is when it came to Pop Drop, it took me a year and a half to get that up. So who knows when Sean will be able to get his up. But yeah, I guess there's a little plug for you, Sean.
Oh, nice. Alright, I just want to quickly show you, just now that we finally, I'm gonna have to sacrifice one, it's worth it. Just so I can at least show you, you know, what this slate can do.
Yeah.
And trust me, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so we'll fight him. Okay, so, main target is him, big guy. Check it out.
Let's go!
Freeze.
Okay. That's really good. Oh!
Imagine doing that. That slate alone will take out a boss's entire bar of health. So imagine having... Yeah, the entire... Or at least most of the entire bar. Imagine having that slate being repeated 6 or 7 times.
Wow, that does not sound very balanced.
What do you mean?
Like, that just sounds kind of like overpowered.
It's basically one of the best... It's basically like one of the best cheats in gaming history.
It pretty much, it does sound like it.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. It's like the grandmaster of slates in this game, and it's wonderful. But yeah, no, I mean maybe Nomura sort of knew that this game was gonna be a pain in the ass in terms of combat, so he decided to sort of, you know, give players sort of like a special way out if they could find it.
Yeah. Maybe the beta testers just got fed up with it.
Yeah. And okay, you know what? Forget it. No one in human nature could possibly, you know, get through this game like this. So let's just make this easy. It's not one of the main games anyway, so who cares?
It's a spin-off. It's trying to get you ready for Kingdom Hearts 2, almost.
Yeah, exactly. It's a mini sequel. That's all it is.
It's a sequel to it's technically a sequel, but it's not. It's a prequel to that particular sequel. But don't worry, because afterwards we're gonna release another prequel.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't really actually call it a prequel, because a prequel would sort of mean, like, you know, the events before, you know, like the main story. I'd say this is more like of a mini sequel. I mean,
I was gonna guess from seeing the cover to 358 over 2 days. My assumption was gonna be because Axel's in there.
You know,
I figured that was like the prequel to this game, but like it takes
Chain of Memories.
Yeah, it takes place after Chain of Memories, but
no. Wait, you mean 358?
Okay, what I'm trying to say is, I from the looks of the cover, seeing Axel with the 2 other characters, I thought it was a prequel before Chain of Memories, but after Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, you know what? It's actually kind of all 3. It takes place before, during, and after the events of Chain of Memories.
Okay, so I'm partially correct.
Yes, you're partially correct. Yes. And you'll find out why that is when we get to 358 and Kingdom Hearts 2. But you're partially correct.
Okay.
In that, you know, part of it, yes, it is sort of like a prequel.
Alright.
Wait, was that? Yes, okay, good.
Aladdin!
Say once we get up to like 1,000 or 2,000, that should be plenty.
Alright.
And sometimes, actually, you can even come across magic cards, stop cards in, by just hitting on objects.
Okay. I mean, that I remember.
Yeah, no, of course. Yes, hello, Al.
Aladdin!
Better call Al. So, you saw Wreck-It Ralph 2 recently, right?
Yeah, did you?
I still need to see that. There's basically, now that it's movie season and the awards are coming up, I always make it a yearly tradition to see as many of the potential like contenders as possible. And so far I've seen 5 movies, but I still need to see that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've basically seen a bunch of other movies. I saw like A Star Is Born, which was really, really good.
Oh, is that the movie about Queen?
No, that's Bohemian Rhapsody. I did see that as well, and that is also a really great movie. But A Star Is Born is basically, it's actually a remake of like 2 other movies, and it was directed by Bradley Cooper, and Lady Gaga's in it. It's a musical, and they're both really, really good. They both got Golden Globe nominations.
Okay.
But basically it's about like it's sort of like a rock star who finds this sort of like cabaret singer or whatever, who's not too well known, but she's very talented, and he sort of helps her like build a career for herself or whatever, and then they fall in love, and it's like and it's like it seems kind of schmaltzy, but it's actually a really good movie, and they're both very good. Bradley Cooper directed. Anyway, but yeah, I saw that. Like I said, Bohemian Rhapsody I saw as well. Also really wonderful. It really did give me a good appreciation for Queen and their music. Like I had no idea that they had written all those songs.
I don't really follow a lot of the stuff in the music industry. I just know that Queen did get involved with a lot of music.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I knew about the band Queen because I know their song Under Pressure, which is probably my favorite of their songs. But I had no idea that they did songs like We Are the Champions, We Will Rock You.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I forget about We Will Rock You, but I know about We Are the Champions. And I mean, I especially remember it too, because little Joey, he seems to have somewhat of an appreciation for Queen's music.
Really?
Because there was one time I was showing, I don't remember what game it was, but it was like some game on my Switch. And what happened was, excuse me, he was kind of getting a bit frustrated, and then I was thinking like, okay, how about I make the mood a bit better if I like put music on my phone? And I have a playlist of music with the kind of music I'm into, where it's like that computer-made stuff. And he was just kind of like, hey Colin, I don't want to sound rude to you or anything, but I'm kind of not a fan of this music. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that. What music do you want to listen to? And he was like, We Are the Champions. I really like that song.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. All right, cool.
He definitely he loves that song, and he also loves a lot of the old like retro songs that was also in the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
Really cool.
I know there's a lot of old songs in that one.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, basically the whole idea was that it was like Star-Lord listening to his 80s typical Walkman. Yeah.
Yeah, even I know what a Walkman is.
Yeah.
But I mean, now I mention it too, I was also that kid that grew up with VHS tapes for kind of longer than my other friends.
No, same, yeah.
That's the thing, it's just with me, I was just like, come on guys, a movie's a movie. I mean, yeah, they got a DVD version out now, but there's always these VHSs that we could always save.
Yeah, no.
And then eventually we just sold ours.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, but yeah, no, I mean, eventually, VHSs will become collectibles and whatever.
I mean, they already are.
Yeah, no, of course they are.
I remember something actually. There was a time when I looked up when the last VHS was made. It blows my mind. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, sure.
I don't remember what copy of movie it was, but the last one I was able to find online was documented. It was under 2016.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That was when the last VHS was made?
The thing is, I never really fully looked back on it. but I wonder if it was like a different country that, I don't know, maybe, I wonder if it was because maybe it was like a country that didn't have a lot of money. Because I'm thinking that's probably a circumstance how they could have still made VHS tapes there, because the value of them would obviously drop if DVDs and Blu-rays are like the thing. And well, I mean, nowadays, a Blu-ray is slowly dying, but do I think they're ever going to die? Not really.
Yeah.
Because now they have the competition of online streaming.
Well, yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I mean, everything's digital now, so I mean, that's basically the main thing that's like...
That's the thing, and it's like, call me old school, but honestly, I'd rather have the physical copies of things, and I mean,
Same.
I'll occasionally, like, you know, on occasion, I might purchase something digital, like, I purchased a collection of Japanese comic books on my Amazon account. And I did it because I didn't want to have a big like stack of these books in my room that I could probably read one of those books in a whole day.
Nice.
So I just figured it's better just maybe go digital with that. But the thing is, I recently came across something too that totally makes me proud to also buy the physical copies of things.
Yeah.
And that is, say you buy a digital book. The thing is, you don't own that digital book.
Really?
You only own the license to it. That's what you're purchasing.
Oh, dear.
So you're basically just buying the rights, saying that, like, you're basically giving a royalty. Where it's like, I made my purchase, now I have the right to read this book whenever I choose to. But say if you do it off of Amazon, they could just take it down, being like, yeah, you know, we kind of feel like taking this off the digital shelf now, bye.
Oh, it sucks.
But then with a book, legally, that book is yours.
Right.
Because it's something physical.
But you just can't read it.
Aladdin!
Yeah. Because they can't just lock a book from you.
Right. What? Well, it's ridiculous. Why would they let you have the rights to the book if you're not going to read it?
Aladdin!
That's the thing. And it's just like, I'm kind of glad that I still bought this whole thing. Like, I got, like, you might be able to see it from where you're resting. On top of my PS4, I have a DVD of anime that I bought from, Anime NYC, which I mean I haven't really touched it yet, but still, and you know what?
But you know, I don't think it's old school about. In fact, you know, I'm totally with you. I always prefer having the actual physical copies of things as well, which is why, like, whenever, like, example, whenever I go to a Broadway show, I go to a lot of Broadway shows, by the way, whenever I see like a musical or whatever, I always, like, whenever I'm in the theater, at the souvenir stand, they always sell, like, you know, the cast album of the show, the CDs. Yeah, and I always, and, you know, I know that, you know, you can always, you know, buy the, you know, the music from iTunes and it's cheaper, but I always save out to, you know, get the actual physical copy of the CD.
I'm still listening, I'm just grabbing something real quick.
Yeah, no. Because, you know, I basically have sort of started a collection since my first Broadway show back in, I think, 2008 or 2009. And also, you know, for the same reasons that, you know, you were talking. Actually, I guess not, because I mean, I guess I don't know if they, like, I guess, or maybe does iTunes take down certain music like that you can't listen to anymore from time to time if you purchase it? Or
I don't know, actually, because the thing is, I don't really use iTunes. When I had an iPod Touch, that was kind of the only time I used iTunes. But the thing is, the thing with me is with music, like, I just stream it from, like, SoundCloud.
Right. Okay.
Because it's like you don't really have to pay for it, but also now, like, there's a common thing that people will say nowadays where it's like, why do that when you could go out and support the creator? But what makes me feel a bit better about that, which by the way, I'm not trying to sound like I'm sponsored by, like, SoundCloud or some reason. I'm just genuinely saying what I feel about SoundCloud. The thing is, it's like, nowadays, if an artist, like a big name artist, wants to release their songs also on SoundCloud, they will have their songs up on SoundCloud. But what they'll do is they will have it so it's like you gotta subscribe to the SoundCloud membership, and then they'll give the royalties to those respective artists. and also sometimes for anyone who does stuff independently. Actually, no, I don't know. I don't think you make money from SoundCloud. Now that I say this out loud, because even that there are ad breaks between songs if you don't pay for SoundCloud. Now that I mention it, yeah, you gotta pay for that service, because if you don't pay for SoundCloud, you basically can only upload up to 3 hours of audio.
I see.
Yeah, but still, I don't know. SoundCloud, I like it. You know, if anyone wants to upload music, their own music on SoundCloud, and they don't want to pay, honestly, 3 hours is a lot longer than you think, and that logic. But if you want to do something like what I do with podcasts, yeah, that's probably going to be worth like 2 or 3 podcast episodes.
Right. Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, that was sort of one of the reasons, you know, why I like having the physical copies of Broadway cast albums. A, because I have a collection, and I think it might come into value, like, you know, like several years from now or so, when or if, you know, like, you know, CDs, you know, finally become obsolete. And also because, you know, it's just, you know, it's just also, it's just a nice thing to have.
Yeah.
Oh, plus also because, like, one of the car that, one of the cars that my family has a CD player, and whenever I go on big, long road trips with my mom, one fun thing we like to do is we like to get a new cast album that we haven't heard or listened to, and we pop it in and we listen to it, because we're a big show tunes theater family. Yeah.
I mean, that's something I've known about you guys for a long time. But one quick thing I was also gonna add on. Wait, I'm blanking out. But I mean, as a side note to what you're saying, I don't think CD players in cars will die off soon.
Really?
Honestly, because there's lots of people that'll have like CDs and stuff in their car.
Oh, awesome.
So I think, I don't know, even if CDs might slowly be dying out, I think it might be a little while until, like, I'm not saying like a long time, I'm saying maybe at some point,
Yeah, like,
I'm guessing maybe past 2020 is when it'll start kind of slowly going away.
yeah, but I mean, that's good to hear. That's really nice to hear. That makes me happy.
Yeah, and I mean, like, yeah, but then, you know, there are some cars that take in Bluetooth, which, I mean, I used to have a car that had Bluetooth, and honestly, it works pretty well.
Okay. Well, okay. I mean, you know, that's fine. Another 2-4 years at least.
Yeah. And kind of connected to what we were saying about physical media, I know you're not really into a lot of the anime stuff, but don't worry, it's not going to be about that.
Okay.
Like, so I have this game right here, and for those of you, obviously, who can't see, this game is Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. What they included in this game, because I think it's on the other end of the wrapping right here. I have the Day 1 edition, which I think when I bought it, I must have bought the version for pre-orders, because it came with this little booklet of the character info that I know was in the pre-order advertisement. But what they have here is, which, I mean, if you see the box Eli, the game is not actually in here. I know I left the movie in here, but this other disc with this, like, half part is white, half part is black, they included physical media of their game's soundtrack.
Really?
Yeah, so and trust me, what I'm about to say is going to be even more connected, even better.
The soundtrack of that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, some game companies will do that for a pre-order.
I wish they did that with one of the Kingdom Hearts games.
I wouldn't be surprised if they ever did, because I know that Nintendo did that with Breath of the Wild, where when you pre-ordered it, you got a little figure of his, like, classic sword, all rusted and old, just, like, mounted on, like, a stand, and it also had a physical, like, CD of their soundtrack.
Nice. Okay, well, somebody needs to get a note out or something to Nomura and let him know that.
But what I was going to say was I was connected to what I was saying about the game that I had with the soundtrack. So, you know how I pointed out that anime Blu-ray on top of my PS4, right?
Yeah?
So, I have, which I'm naming it for just being curious, I bought Black Clover and Anime NYC. It was a series I wanted to get into, and what I've been noticing a lot is CDs. I sometimes hear people say, like, even though streaming is popular, Blu-rays are around, CDs are dead. I can tell you for a fact a CD is surprisingly not CD. A DVD is surprisingly not dead. Ooh. Because you know why?
Why?
Inside that box right there, where it has like that blue marking, it says Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital.
Awesome. All 3.
And so, and when you open up the box, like I think there's like 12 episodes in like in a combined like 2 discs in total. So that means you got 2 DVDs, you got 2 Blu-rays, and a digital download code to the company's app, so that if you're away and you don't want to bring your DVD or Blu-ray, you can bring it with you on the go. I love that.
That is awesome.
I really do love that. I can't remember how much I bought Black Clover for. I think I probably bought it for like around 30 to 40 bucks for I think a little over 12 episodes. But I mean that's kind of, that wouldn't be a, I think that's like an average estimate for a lot of anime. But it blew my mind even more when I a few weeks ago I came back from Pennsylvania and I wanted to buy my cousins a gift because this year I have a job, and I wanted to be able to use all my money to at least buy them a gift.
Aw.
And I'm not going to share some of the personal things, but there's been some moments for the boys that have been really tough for them this year. So I wanted to kind of give them some gifts where it's like, hey, you know what? I heard you guys like this. I bought them the soundtrack.
Wait. You're telling them the Christmas gifts right now, right?
Yo, I mean, no. Like, they already got them.
Oh, they already know about it.
Oh, this isn't Billy and Joey.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
If that's what you're thinking, no, this is not Billy and Joey.
Okay.
This is my cousins in Pennsylvania. We see them for Thanksgiving, but since that we don't really see them in Christmas, we do a mini Christmas together, where it's basically like a few days after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So they already got their gifts. And so I got them the soundtrack to The Greatest Showman.
Awesome.
Because I haven't seen it. I'm wanting to see it.
It's great.
I've been hearing fantastic things about that film. And as a bonus, I went out to buy The Greatest Showman. Now keep in mind, just like that anime over there, DVD plus Blu-ray plus digital code. I am honestly surprised how much I got that.
That is incredible.
Are you ready to hear the price for the Blu-ray?
Sure.
I got it for like $20.
Whoa, that is a great deal.
How?
Oh, you want to do health or CP?
I think last time we did health.
Okay, so then
Let's do CP.
CP. Yeah, sure.
But it's just like I'm just surprised because it's just like I don't know. Maybe because like I keep comparing it to the anime that I purchased, and I mean maybe it's just worth more because of certain licenses. I don't know. I don't know the full legal terms that goes into that. But still, it's surprising.
Yeah, because like how much are Blu-rays usually worth?
I don't know. I just that is actually something I don't know. The best I could really say about a Blu-ray is it's a lot harder to break a Blu-ray than a DVD.
Really?
You didn't know about this?
Wait, you mean break as in like smash it?
Like it's like it's the odds of accidentally breaking it are like less. Really.
Okay, but if you like took and you bent it and cracked it or something.
I think it's possible to do that. I never tried it, nor do I want to try it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying they made them more resistant.
Right.
And that's kind of one of the reasons why Blu-ray was a heavy competitor against DVDs.
Okay.
I was almost about to ask you, like, oh yeah, do you know what a Blu-ray feels like? But now I mention it, I think it's there has to be. Because give me a second, just to be safe. I'm just gonna look at the information real quick if they include it. Look, PlayStation discs are Blu-ray discs.
No way. Seriously?
Yes. That's the thing. So, like, you know how it has, you know how sometimes when you hold a disc at a certain angle, it feels really smooth, a bit smoother than a DVD.
Yeah.
That is, they made it like I don't know how they made it. I think they just made them slightly thicker and like more sturdy. So yeah, I just totally blew your mind, I guess.
Yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, I don't think I have too many Blu-ray DVDs or so. Like,
Oh,
No, but-
PS4 Blu-rays.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, I guess, yeah.
So you do have a Blu-ray player.
Hey, I know. I got a Blu-ray player. I guess I just don't. I mean, DVDs, movies. I don't, have too many. Like usually, most of the movies we watch, and I guess sadly we're sort of part of the more modern age group. We stream our movies through Amazon.
There's no problem with that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, sweet, awesome.
I mean, listen, just because you say that, I'm not going to be like, oh, how dare you? How come you're not having the same opinion as me?
Well, no. I mean, I don't really, care. I mean, it's not really, so much me, or me having the same opinion as you. It's really more sort of, what I was saying about how it's always nicer to have like the physical copy. When I say, oh, well, I watch my movies, by streaming them through, I guess I felt like I was going, against like my own ideologies or principles or.
I mean, I use Netflix.
Okay, so we can stream stuff and still have appreciation for the physical copies. Just because we prefer one doesn't mean we don't like the other.
Yeah, honestly, reasons like that are why I miss Blockbuster.
Oh, same.
I'm making a tweet just saying I miss Blockbuster.
Oh, yeah, no, same. R.I.P.
There's I think there's still one Blockbuster left in the country.
You know what? Believe it or not, I had an idea for. Actually, no, I'm not going to say it because I'm afraid someone else might steal it before, I sell it. But I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, I do miss Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And that'd be awesome if there were like one Blockbuster left somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I can actually look it up real quick. I actually don't mind.
Like the last one that survived or something.
There are actually two.
That actually just sounds like. Oh, really? Two? Oh,
yeah. So my source right now, because I know every time you look up something, someone most likely will ask the source. I'm honestly, I'm picking the first article that came up, and I'm just gonna say this. Don't freak out about fake news, this and that. I'm not doing anything politics. I'm just doing CNN because that's the first thing that came up, and also I don't think they're going to really have anything fake to really share about locations of Blockbusters.
Right.
But yeah, the title of the article is America just has one Blockbuster left, so that's kind of weird because the Google preview said they had two listed. Okay. So here's what CNN said in the beginning of the article. If movie streaming seems like Goliath, Blockbuster video store owners are an industry. In David's... Okay, I'm sure. I guess I'm struggling to read this out loud. But basically, there are two Blockbusters left in America, and they are both in Alaska.
Oh, holy cow! Wow, that's fantastic. Nice.
Oh, and I got the names of the places. Alaska has two Blockbuster stores, one in Anchorage and another in Fairbanks. Announced they would. Oh no!
Oh, they're closing, aren't they?
Oh no! Now there's one open. Wait. So.
Are they closing or not?
Aladdin.
I mean, I just got one from the date of this article. Apparently, one was closing in a few days, and this was in the summer.
Oh, okay. So one of them is basically gone then.
Donald.
I mean, I'm just quickly skimming over this. It kind of seems like. Okay, so. Okay, I'm not gonna spend all this time doing research on the stream.
Yeah. Well,
it seems like by the time this article came out, people are trying to give this one Blockbuster some life, where they got quotes from like tourists that apparently just go to this location just to look at this Blockbuster.
So you know what? That's what I mean. The fact that there's one left. I mean that alone makes like a excellent tourist trap. I think
there might be another country actually that still has Blockbusters.
Really?
I mean, maybe. I mean, you know.
Oh, I got you another trophy, by the way.
Awesome! I just saw that actually. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to double check.
Aladdin.
so weird that the easiest Heartless to fight, the weakest one, the Shadows, are probably the ones that are some of the most annoying. Because, they just have basic jump and scratch attacks, but they're Shadows and they can basically fade into the ground. So that basically you can't hit them. Yeah, that's just so annoying.
Never mind. Yeah, I couldn't find any other details. I also just found the Blockbuster Twitter, and their last tweet was on the... I can't tell how they organized this.
Aladdin.
On the 12th of January in 2014 at 3 o'clock at night. And all their tweet just says is, last chance, Blockbuster stores close at 5 p.m. today. Discounts up to 90% off. Get DVDs and Blu-rays for 99 cents.
Huh.
And then they have a link that says blockbuster.com/closing stores.
Huh. Oh, that's interesting.
I'm pretty sure if I click the link, though, it's just nothing there. Yep, yeah, they deleted the page.
Right.
That's a shame. Honestly, even though Blockbuster's dead, I'm surprised their Twitter account's still up. I was gonna follow it, even though they're not actually doing anything.
Huh. But wait, you said that there's still one left, right?
Well, I think what happened was maybe the company doesn't own it anymore, but the people are... I don't know, because maybe they still have the rights to it? I don't know.
Okay, but I mean, but if there's still one that's over, are they just going to look at it, or are they still going in and renting movies from it? Or
the thing is, I really don't know, because I think if I get that answer, I gotta research it a bit.
Yeah, well, and we don't want to spend the whole stream
It seems like people are, from what I gathered from the quick skimming, is people are trying to at least preserve it.
I props to them. They have my utmost respect.
I do, and I mean, it's even though I don't always show it, deep down, lots of times I do have respect for the old things.
No, absolutely.
Even if I never really associate myself with the older things.
Yeah, well, I mean, because that's that Blockbuster, and that was where you and me went to all the time for our movie, or at least I'm assuming that's where I always went. For whenever I went movie shopping, I always went to the. Oh shoot! You're gonna have to.
Yeah, listen. I can do that in post.
I'm sorry.
I didn't
crap. I am. See, this is why I'll never be a YouTuber.
Listen,
I am
it's fine.
Horrible with confidentiality.
There, I just wrote a timestamp on the minutes up there. But listen, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. Really, it can slip. I mean, I can easily do this in post.
Okay, great. Thank you.
No problem. But luckily, the podcast won't be live. So, I mean, luckily there's that.
Oh.
So, if you slip like that, immediate censor.
Okay, thank God.
So, don't worry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just remember when we were playing Kingdom Hearts 1, that was a constant problem I was having. And, you kept...
I mean, you only slipped once.
Right.
And that was the thing. You accidentally, name dropped... I think it was either our town or a nearby town.
It was... Well, at first it was just the name of a restaurant that was in our town.
Yes. Okay.
And then it became, our town, which I made a foolish mistake.
It's okay. I mean, on the bright side, actually, now that I mention it, no. I was about to say something, but then I realized I totally just busted
There is no
myself.
bright side to what I did.
No, I was about to say, well, they don't know which insert town name here, but then I forgot, no, wait, there's also videos of me on other people's channels, too, making jokes about me being a New Yorker.
Right.
So, I mean, I was almost about to do that as a bit of a helpful cover-up, and then, yeah. But okay, so I guess moving on from that awkward, situation.
Yeah.
What I like about the Nintendo Switch, when it comes to respecting old things,
Yep.
they, just like what they do, with PlayStation nowadays, is when you want to play online on a Switch, you gotta pay for their monthly or yearly service. Which luckily is incredibly cheaper compared to a PS4. A PlayStation is I think $50 a year, and with a Switch it's 20. So smart move, Nintendo. And what they did to make it worth it was they have they're still adding on to it, they're adding on part of the library from the Nintendo Entertainment System library.
Oh, cool.
So you can play like the original Mario Bros, some of the old like sport games that they have up there, the original Metroid. Honestly, I don't know too much about the NES library. I mostly just play Mario and Mario 3. Yeah, so nothing I can really say much about it. Now that I mentioned it, I just want to double check this real quick because it's kind of cool that they might have already added it. But I've been hearing that they said that Nintendo might have just added Netflix on the Switch. If so, that'd be nice.
Oh, that would be nice. It would be nice. It would be nice.
I'm just checking real quick.
Netflix all up on the Switch.
Oh my god. It's just so interesting too that, did you ever hear about the story that Blockbuster once actually did have the opportunity to take on Netflix?
Well, I mean, I know that was like their big competition when Netflix like first, came out. Yeah. I mean, they tried taking on Netflix.
Yeah, but then there was a moment though when Netflix.
Wait, you mean where Blockbuster tried to do online streaming?
Well, what I was gonna say was, at one point there was a moment in Netflix's history where they genuinely had. Oh no, there's not Netflix. Never mind, I was wrong. It was probably a plan that they're gonna try to do. I know they got Hulu on here. But there was a moment in Netflix's history where they ran into some money troubles, and at one point, Blockbuster had the opportunity to purchase Netflix.
Really?
But they declined it.
Why did they decline it?
Because they thought that buying a dying company would be a waste.
Oh, okay.
And they thought that they would take them down with them. And so they were just like, no, we'll just let you die in peace. And then, no, Netflix then was just kind of like, we should probably not just mail DVDs anymore. We should probably invest more in streaming.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what revived them. Like, did Blockbuster do streaming?
I feel like at some point they tried doing streaming. Actually, you know what? Part of me, I could be wrong, but I feel like in some parts, I feel like in some ways they kind of still do, because there's some sort of, like, I have Roku, and like the Roku box that lets you do multiple streaming services.
Yeah, my mom has one of those.
I feel like there's something involving Blockbuster that's part of it. So I feel like they kind of is, but I mean, I'm not too sure, but yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Now I'm just double checking with the Switch, because I know they said that they're potentially planning on adding Netflix. I know that they said something about Hulu, and I just want to double check if that's actually on here.
Alright.
I've been hearing stuff too, saying that Hulu, I guess, because Netflix is kind of, stronger than Hulu. I've been hearing rumors too, saying that Hulu... Oh yeah, so if anyone interested, Hulu is definitely on the Switch. But from what I've been hearing is, which I think you can look down in the description in a second. Just from what I've been hearing, rumors going around my college saying that because Netflix is dominating that market, what Hulu is doing is they're streaming most of their shows for free, but obviously they need to make money, so they have ad breaks. Which, I mean, I got the description up right here. Let me see. I could easily skim this to make sure if that's actually true. Yes, I'm not seeing anything for free, but they have various subscription plans. For $8 a month for limited commercial plans. or no, I'm sorry, for $8 a month for limited commercials, $12 a month for no commercials, and $40 for no commercials at all, and it'll also include a live television plan.
Huh. Interesting.
Honestly, that doesn't sound too bad. I'm just gonna download it anyway, even though I'm probably not really gonna use it. I mean, this is me being genuinely curious, because I want to see how... Because I at least want to get a quick peek to see how it functions on something like this, because, you know, to add on to our discussion, you know?
What about Netflix?
About, like, online stuff, like physical media versus digital media.
Right.
Oh, man, I remember the old days, though, when it was just like a Friday night, kind of like tonight, where it was just like me, my mom and dad would just have you know, nothing really going on. So Dad would just like take me out to Netflix. Not Netflix.
What?
No more Netflix. Is taking over.
Yeah.
They are invading. They're putting chemicals.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to do the Alex Jones
Netflix.
joke. I'm not doing an Alex Jones joke.
Yes, no. Netflix is the bad guy. Good, go Blockbuster. Anyway, sorry. Blockbuster.
I went to Blockbuster with my dad.
Yeah.
And then my mom would let my dad and I pick out a movie, and we would just casually go out to the Blockbuster and, you know, pick out a movie. And I know, actually, now I mention it, I have the Blockbuster over where, without naming a location.
Really?
You know the shopping center where the Walmart is where we live, right?
I do.
Okay. There used to be a Blockbuster there too.
You know what? I think I might actually remember that. I also remember there being Hollywood Video, you know, near that as well. But I think that died like faster than like Blockbuster did.
It came and went, really.
Yeah.
It was a shooting star.
Yeah.
Where everyone was like, "Hey, look, a competitor! Oh no, it's gone."
Yeah, but which actually is kind of sad because I did go to that Hollywood Video at one time or another. Actually, I went there a lot when I was like a little kid because I think they were the only video store that let you rent out a copy of this movie that I used to watch all the time as a kid. It was the Tiny Toons Summer Vacation cartoon, and I remember really loving it and watching a lot when I was a kid. And you know, but that was the only place that they sold it. So
yeah, okay. I mean, I never saw it, but I mean, that's what a lot of the you know, the rental shops did. They had like exclusives.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a regular VHS that they always had, and I always loved getting it, you know, all the time. So yeah, you know, I basically share, you know, sort of your memories, you know, as well of you know, the old days where you just go to a video store, rent a movie you wanted like for a weekend or so, and then, you know, you'd take it back whenever it was due. Those, yeah, no, I really enjoyed those days.
Good move, save. You might want to save.
Oh yes, yeah. We basically have like tons of Moogle points now to go
so we're
and buy.
Yeah, we need to save.
Yeah, we need to save.
Okay, I hope I didn't cut you off there.
No, you didn't cut me off. But yeah. One of the other reasons why I love, you know, like getting physical copies rather than, you know, having stuff come in the mail or streaming. You know, when you get stuff in the mail, you got stuff, you know, like, you know, how the package is delivered, you know, and, you know, there's no guarantee that the case will get scratched or damaged on the way. Yeah, and plus with streaming, we use you know, Netflix when it comes to movies that that you really want to see that are not like that are not, you know, Netflix, you know, originals. You know, they're very limited in their you know, in their selection. That's so for the most part we usually use Amazon, which, you know, they have a much bigger selection that you can choose from. You know, so, you know, that's good. Although one of the big issues I have with streaming movies online is that the internet connection isn't always as good, and your movie can freeze up or stop instantly, and even then with Amazon, there may be a specific movie that you want to see that they for some reason don't have. Like I remember wanting to see one night like Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, and that's like a relatively popular, well-known Jim Carrey movie.
I mean, I think Ace Ventura overall, but the only thing I know about with the Ace Ventura stuff was, I've seen it here and there as a kid, but I just know that they say that the spin-off with the young Ace Ventura is the one that no one likes to talk about.
Right. Well, I've never even seen that one, so I wouldn't know.
I apparently heard that there was in the 90s, there was an Ace Ventura animated series.
Really?
And you know what's crazier?
What?
A Mask animated series.
Oh yeah, I heard about the Mask animated.
And they apparently had an episode where both of those Jim Carrey characters had a crossover.
Really?
I recently came across that, and I'm just thinking, like, wow, now if only they got Jim Carrey to do the voice work.
Yeah.
Rather than one of those other voice actors that were good, but, just can't pull off the Jim Carrey style.
Well, no, yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing with voice acting. When you see a certain performer or actor do a certain character, it's hard to imagine perfect example. Like right now, these Kingdom Hearts games. As good as Dan Castellaneta is at being the genie, he's not Robin Williams.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And rest in peace, Robin Williams.
R.I.P.
That's the thing. Even Michael from Pop Drop. Apparently, I heard something after when Robin Williams passed away. I found out that apparently there was even one moment where Michael's father actually met him.
Really?
And his father would basically bring up saying something, Robin Williams, when everyone would say about how nice that man was, he truly was a nice man. And they just said that he just lit up a room. And that's the thing, I feel like you can really tell, because honestly, he's one of those people that can really stay in some kind of good character, but then it was also even growing up for me, I think any kid can also at some point think is this an actor that's a jerk in real life, or kind of cool?
Well, that's, what a lot of people, have fears about whenever they meet celebrities.
And as a kid, I was hoping Robin Williams was one of the really kind ones, because as a kid, one of my favorite movies was RV.
I love that movie.
And honestly, as a little kid, obviously being a kid, you don't always know the actors' names, because... when it came to Will Ferrell, I just would say the guy from Elf. When it came to Robin Williams, I said the dad in RV. When it came to John C. Reilly, that just became the brother of Elf to Step Brothers.
Right.
I saw Step Brothers at a young age.
Yeah, but no, when I was a kid, I was, kind of good with names. I knew Will Ferrell, I knew Jim Carrey, I knew Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy. But I didn't really. But when it came to but I also did the same thing. I also said, oh my gosh, wait, this was the guy from so and so, or this was the person from when and what's. I didn't know Alec Baldwin's name, until I think I was maybe in high school or so, and even then I just knew him as the guy from Fun with Dick and Jane.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin, he just seems like one of those actors where it's just he seems like a cool guy in movies, but he's not someone who I want to meet in real life.
Well, I think we've had this discussion before. I've heard lots of bad things about him, but I've also heard some pretty good things about him.
And maybe I'm just used to hearing a lot of the bad things about him too.
Yeah.
And I'll give him
or maybe it's just because you're so used to seeing him play a bad guy all the time.
Sometimes, but I mean, at the same time, he's also a really good actor.
Yeah.
But it's just like sometimes when it comes to nowadays, hearing about Alec Baldwin, I get a flashback of seeing an article in my head where it was like, oh, Alec Baldwin's new talk show got canceled after 5 episodes after he called someone a homophobic slur. And just, and I mean, just, I'll say this, and I mean, I'm not even gonna be, and don't worry, I'm not gonna drift this into politics. I really like his Donald Trump impersonation.
He's great. In fact, I think out of all the celebrities or impressionists who have done Trump, I think he probably does the best one.
He really fits the bill.
Yeah.
There's a really cute video though of him with his like really young daughter, and the video apparently was the young daughter knows that Alec Baldwin, her dad, does the Donald Trump impersonation.
Yeah.
And so you just see Alec Baldwin just kind of like sitting next to his daughter on her bed getting ready to go to sleep, and he's saying like, I'm not a crook as like a Donald Trump impression. So he's just like, I am not a crook. And then all of a sudden you just see like the little girl trying to do the finger gesture too, just going like, I am not a crook.
Oh, that's cute.
It's like, it's just really funny because it's just like, you know, to like this child who's just like, wow, he's really good at making fun of the president. And I mean, it's just innocent, you know? It's just something that's like totally innocent.
Oh, yeah, no, that is. That's really sweet.
Oh man, just
So he actually has like he has like a youngest daughter, like a child daughter.
I've been hearing people say that was a daughter, and then I've had people say like, well,
Because if I remember, I feel like his daughter, or at least one of his daughters, maybe his oldest daughters, she's got to be like maybe at least 20 or 30 or something.
Because I've been hearing people say like there's like a video, like I've seen the video, and it looks like how Alec Baldwin looks like right now in this moment of time. And like I've been hearing people say that's the daughter, but then I wonder if I also got it wrong, maybe where it's just like people saying like, oh, well, that's either a niece or a granddaughter.
Let's buy you some magic.
All right,
Come on, give us stuff. Give us stuff. Give us stuff. Give us stuff. Ah, it's okay. We got lots of Google points.
hey,
Yes. Hey, there we go. Okay, nice. There's a third one. Okay. Stop.
That's that last one. Oh,
Oh, good. Awesome.
Yes.
3. Okay.
okay. What are you there?
Okay. Come on.
Oh,
No. Well, you know what? With the ones that we have, with the magic cards that we don't need, I will magically turn those into, we'll turn those into Moogle points.
alrighty. You know, it's one thing I wish I didn't lose.
What?
There was one time I was in a therapy group, and back when I was, I gotta say, like, from 6th to 8th grade, I went to a therapy program, and it was basically just like a program for, like, it was listed as therapy, but nowadays whenever I look back at it, it didn't really seem like therapy, because it was just more of like a positive interaction, like friend group, I guess. But it's apparently a therapy, and Michael actually used to go with me too.
Oh, nice.
And at one point, apparently, someone from CNN heard about it, and they actually had one of the anchors from CNN talk about the program.
No way.
And Michael and I talked for a bit, and I know, like, Michael found it. He found that someone uploaded it to YouTube. And I gotta ask him where it is, because I want to re-upload that on my account.
No way, that sounds so radical.
Yeah, because I want to make a video of me talking about it. And I mean, like, even though it also... And I mean, when I do show the video, though, when it does reveal the address of where the location is held, I'm fine with revealing it, because it's far from where I live. And also, that therapy center, it moved to another location. But before it moved, I stopped going there. But that was around the time when my family was just kind of like, yeah, at that moment in life, I was kind of getting a bit old for that place. So they were just like, Colin, do you want to leave that program? And I'm just like, I didn't want to hurt the instructor's feelings. So when I talked about it to my parents, I was just like, I told them yes when we were like at home.
Oh.
But the thing is, it's like, I won't say the person's last name, mainly because I forgot, but the instructor's name was Susan, still, I still think to this day though that like Susan was an absolutely great person.
Oh,
And like very positive, like managed to always keep up positivity. And I mean, I gotta give her lots of credit for that. And I mean, just like, I'm glad I was exposed to positivity like that as a kid, because around that time, that was also around when like bullying for me at school was like at an all-time high, and I was kind of a bit of a mess.
yeah.
And it was one of the programs that did help me a bit, but it's one of those things that I can look back at now and have more an appreciation for. Like, this is one of the things that helped turn me around.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great that you had someone who was able to, you know, give you a nice outlet into positivity like that.
She basically helped break the ice.
Oh, that's good.
And I mean, in the future, I am thinking about making a video, me talking about that as kind of like a negative video, but with a positive outcome. Where it's just a video where I'm talking, where, you know, because I'm mainly just saying this to anyone listening. When I was younger...
Oh, sweet.
Oh, doubles!
Doubles, awesome!
Just, when I was a kid, I was really quick to get into fistfights with other kids, but that was also because
Double.
Now it's working!
Okay, sweet. Okay, we're gonna get through this game much quicker than
yes.
I believe so now.
I used to be paranoid as a kid, thinking that other kids are picking on me, but also at the same time, sometimes when you're on the autism spectrum, and I think you can relate to me with this.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You don't always pick up on sarcasm.
Oh, yeah.
And so sometimes kids would like tell me stuff like sarcastically, where it's just like, I bet I could kick your ass, and then I would be afraid, like thinking like they're gonna fight me, so that I would be afraid, wanting to protect myself, being like, yeah, well, you know, I'll kick your ass. And then we would get into fist fights, and then I got in trouble a lot, and I end up leaving that school because I've gotten beaten twice at like 5th grade, where we had to make 2 police reports actually.
I'm so sorry.
It got that extreme, and it's all right. But it got that extreme, and what ended up happening in the future was I got out of that school. Luckily, we didn't have to get more lawyers involved. Surprisingly enough, that school, they even before they even wanted me out of their sight, they were just like, okay, well, you know, because I think my parents did actually sue because of like mental damages that I went through. What ended up happening was the school at least wanted to have another chance, and so they were just like, you don't need to get Colin involved. Just we'll recommend you guys some schools and.
You know, I wish you could have gotten this one before you fought Vexen, because this is a good fire attack.
It makes Donald do the attack that he actually should have done.
Knock up to 3 of Donald's fireballs towards the enemy. Yeah.
But what I was gonna say was they wanted to recommend some schools for me, and at one point, one time my mom and I were driving, like going for a drive. And as we're driving by, my mom had no clue what the school was, but we were just driving, and it happened to be like in the same way we were going. And she pointed out to that school, saying like, "Yeah, we're gonna look into that school because I've been hearing a thing about it that it might be a good school." She goes in, and she was like, she tells me she was glad she'd never even brought me in, because she said that they actually recommended me going to a school that the staff members there are also qualified to work in a mental hospital, because it's a school that's supposed to teach kids who have like mental problems and like severe mental illness, and like the kind of school where like at one moment a kid could be fine, and then at another moment a kid could be like hurting themselves in the hallway.
Oh, jeez.
And my mom was like, "Yeah, you're not going to that school." And then she apologized for pointing out the school to me, and I'm just looking at her like, well, hey, look, I'm glad I didn't actually go there. And then my mom found my middle school, and then it took me 2 years to pick up on certain social cues, and it took me 2 in-school suspensions to slowly learn the do's and don'ts. And then by the time I was in 8th grade, I never got into a fist fight in school.
That's wonderful.
And I still haven't, and I'm intending on keeping it that way.
I applaud you for that, Colin.
Thank
No, it sounds like you really went through a journey, but you came out of it, a stronger, wiser man.
Yeah. And also, speaking of which, I got I recently had gotten a video request.
Excellent.
And it was from someone who watched our stream when it was re-uploaded to YouTube.
Seriously.
So I'm not sure if you know who this
Chain of
person-
Memories or the first one?
Of the last one we did.
Oh, the previous one with Joe.
After we finished that one, I put it on YouTube. And I put it on a premiere mode, so it almost kind of worked like a live stream.
Okay.
But it wasn't actually live, but people could watch it in like real time kind of a thing.
Okay.
And now you might know who this person is, but I'm going to be saying this person's name. And I mean, this person's full name is already on the internet anyway. Her name is Amanda Rizzi. She used to live up the road from us.
You know what? Yeah, she does sound a little familiar. The name Rizzi sounds familiar, but I don't remember any Amanda specifically.
All right, and I mean,
and I'm gonna feel like such a jerk if she's watching this and she knows who I am, but I don't know who she is.
Well, on the bright side, like when it comes to that kind of thing, she did also move away like a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Like before my parents split, which I know she moved away before I turned 10. That's the best I could say.
Right.
But she sent me a private message on Twitter. And she goes on to, she was complimenting the live stream, and what she wanted to say was, she pointed out saying like, "Hey Colin, I'm glad to see you're doing great." And she goes on to say that her boyfriend has a son that is on the autism spectrum, and she was asking me if by chance if I've ever made a video talking about it or explaining it to people, and I said I haven't, and we messaged each other for a bit, and after this week I am going to be writing a video where I'm talking to the camera, just kind of talking about my perspective on the autism spectrum.
That is awesome.
And you know what? I still gotta release those 2 pilot little documentaries I made with you.
Right, the one with me. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I have them saved still. Don't worry.
Okay, well, that's sweet. But hey, I mean that's fantastic that that someone wants you to actually make that video. So you should totally do it.
Oh yeah, I definitely am. Because honestly, I think, like, whether if you're on the spectrum or off the spectrum, there should be at least people aware of it.
Oh, of course. No, we need as much awareness of it as possible. Because because there are many cases where we're sort of still seen like aliens when that's really not the case.
I mean, that's the thing. It's just like with this kind of stuff, too. People will always jump into conclusion where it's just like, this kid is acting funny, he just needs to learn different things. Like,
yeah.
Because it's like,
Well, yeah, but I mean, still, to get as much awareness out as possible, it helps.
That's the thing. And what I'm going to say, too, is, like, at some point, I'm going to be pre-recording my, because, like, I have a tradition on my accounts where I'm like, last video of this year, first video of the next year.
Yeah.
I'm going to be pre-recording that just so that I have everything down, everything prepared, and this year it won't be rushed. It'll be more of a smooth pace.
Awesome.
And honestly, with because I want this video, I have not worked on it yet, because obviously college. This is going to be my last week of my 3rd semester.
You're almost done, buddy.
Yeah, just what I want to say is, oh my god, I'm blanking out. When I work on this video, I definitely want it to be released sometime in 2019. That is a definite plan. I'm thinking I want to release it around February.
February.
Because I
Your autism video?
Yes. And I mean, like, I could also definitely release the pilot for the Unique Minds is what I called it. Also,
I love that. That's a perfect title for it.
Well, I mean, that was the pilot that you did.
That's the pilot. Oh, that's
yeah. And I mean, if I ever do work on a documentary like that, I just use Unique Minds as a nice description. But I mean, I want to do something similar for the title if I ever do make that an actual documentary.
Right.
But you know, I want that to be released like sometime this year. I want to release it like probably like the day before Christmas. That's probably when I'm thinking about having it released.
Okay.
Now that I say it out loud, because then it's just like then there's something to come up before Christmas, just to show at least that there will be something. Just show a sign that I want to work on something positive, you know?
Absolutely.
And as another goal for 2019, since I'm using Twitch,
All right.
you're able to enable donations, and I want to figure out how to get that situated because I want to do an occasional stream for charities.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I mean, I've wanted to do it for a long time, and honestly, I think that discussion should be a video of its own, but I will include that in my last video of 2018 video.
Awesome.
You know, I like how I always do that too, because then when you look at my collection of videos, those are always sandwiched between other videos, so that people could just skim through my videos and have an idea of when it came out.
Huh. Yeah.
I can't believe I got like over 630 videos now.
Yeah.
And that's just on the Jacksby channel.
Well, you've been on YouTube for 6 years, so at some point you're probably going to hit that mark.
And I mean, yeah. And I mean, listen, the minimum amount of videos I ever want released before I somehow have to end up quitting, I honestly want a minimum of 1,000 videos just on one channel alone, just so I could tell people I've made thousands of videos and it will mean it. And I'll have the proof of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, like, by the way, I'm not saying I'm planning on quitting when I hit video 1,000. That's not my plan. And also, I think the minimum amount of, like, I'm not someone who cares about, nowadays, the amount of subscribers I have. Just, it's a very exciting feeling when it even goes up by 1. And it can be kind of a bit of a bummer when it goes down. But I mean, still, always got more.
Absolutely.
But as a minimum, I at least, before I end up leaving YouTube, before I end up leaving YouTube, I at least want to hope to get, you know, around 1,000. Because I already, for a few years, I actually did have a video plan for my 1,000 subscriber milestone.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, we all really love you here on YouTube, Colin, so let's hope that isn't for a long time.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, oh my god, here's what I want to say too. This also touches again on like stuff with mental health. Like I've said this here and there, you know. I mean, I'll say it on Twitter plenty of times for a serious conversation and all that. That like I'm gonna have to say around late 2017 was when I got my solid diagnosis of having a problem with anxiety and also managing with depression. And before I go on again too, depression has a very wide range of potential symptoms for some people, and it affects everyone differently. And I know that when people bring up depression, I think their first reaction could be concern towards like, do you have any thoughts of harming others? Do you have any thoughts of harming yourself? Do you have any thoughts of ending your own life? And I just want to say I don't have those three things. And sometimes it can make your mind in a very negative space. But I do see a therapist and a psychiatrist. And honestly, I am incredibly glad that I have, you know, them around, because it really does help. Because
check out what the Vexen card does.
Wait, I'm sorry, hold on a second. Revives you automatically. What?
You're gonna want that.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
But like, one of the main reasons why I'm talking about mental health right now is because I want to do positive things around 2019, where at least I'm talking about mental health, where it's just like, I want to make occasional videos where I can have videos where other people could potentially relate to. And just kind of have a feeling of just like, okay, well, I'm not alone, and here's someone out here talking about this. And I mean, I'll say this too, like, depression especially, that can be really hard when no one believes you and thinks that you're just crazy. Even when it's like a few family members too that doubt it. And I know personally that can be tough, but, you know, once when you get a diagnosis like that, even though you don't want it, you're at least proud a bit that you know that you're not crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it looks like this is as far as the... oh, wait. Actually, wait. Hold on. I want to check something. Can we... Yes, okay, cool. We can get one more card in. Okay, so now, basically, you're ready to head in.
All right.
Now...
We had some kind of deep conversations. So
Yeah,
far.
we did. Yeah.
And hey, look at that. This stream is actually going to last longer than last time's.
Yeah, thank God.
Yay, I don't feel dead.
Yeah.
Do you ever have...
And now that we actually have the Grandmaster of all slates set up into a way where we can, you know, breeze through boss fights, there is actually the possibility that we might actually finish part 1 tonight.
Yes, finally.
Yes.
We've been saying that for like, what, the past 3 streams?
Yeah, basically because, you know, we've gotten closer to the end, but the boss fights have just been making everything difficult. This hopefully should, you know, make things much easier. So, here's what we're going to do. Review decks. See, right now we're on deck 1. This is what deck 2 looks like.
Alright. Okay, I see what you mean now.
Now,
it matches
equip
up with
deck.
the slate.
Now, this is deck 1, there's deck 2. It's ready and waiting. Now, it's important to know that this kind of strategy, it doesn't always work, but it does if you're cautious and careful with it.
Yeah.
Alright, so, do you want to be the first to try it out, or should I
I'll
try
let you do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, listen, I'm more open to trying out.
I'll give you like a little example of like
I'm more open to it.
I'll be
when-
your test pilot dummy. For
Alrighty. And like I'll be more open to giving the game more of a spin when we're on Kingdom Hearts 2.
yeah.
Because that's when I'll be back with the controller just being like, okay, finally this will go right.
Yeah, I'll be your card handler for this game.
Yeah, you'll be the dealer.
Yeah, and you can actually handle the good combat in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Actually, the fantastic combat, because they really make some wonderful, improvements from Kingdom Hearts 1. But anyway, just want to double check, make sure we have the deck. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
We're gonna be a fancy cutscene.
Yep.
No, I kicked the table.
That's all right.
Nice work. I say good riddance to that blabbermouth.
Marluxia, you used Vexen to test Sora's strength, didn't you?
Not just Sora's, it was yours too. We weren't sure if you actually had it in your bones to take out a fellow member. Well, I guess that you did. It's time to join up. Taking over the organization will be like child's play with the 3 of us.
So that's where Sora comes in.
Of course. He wants to see Naminé, so why don't we just give him what he wants?
Rejoice, Naminé. The time is near for you to meet the hero that you've been longing for.
I'm glad. But I'm warning you. You better not do anything to betray Sora's feelings. Do you understand me, little one? I understand.
All you need do is layer Sora's memories and bring his heart closer to you.
Sora. Even if you come for me, what then?
Of course.
Yep.
Riku! You'll hurt Naminé if you go further.
You still want to fight? But Vexen's gone, so now you're free.
It doesn't matter what happens to him. I'm protecting Naminé from you. That's what's in my heart. Sora, I made a promise to Naminé. I promised to Keep her safe.
You did?
There was a meteor shower. This one night when she and I were little. Naminé got scared and said, what if a shooting star hits the islands? So I told her, if a shooting star comes this way, I will protect you.
You made a promise with a toy sword.
What? How do you know about that?
Because that was the promise I made to her that night. I would protect her. I said it.
Don't lie! You weren't the one there that night!
You're the one who wasn't there. That was when she gave her good luck charm to me.
Her what?
See?
Tell me, where did you get that? Sora. Good try.
Huh?
That must be a fake. I've got the real one right here.
Well, 2 of them?
Fake should be destroyed!
Okay, here we go.
Huh.
Yeah. The plot's thickening suddenly.
Yeah.
Because you remember in one of the previous cutscenes for Twilight Town. Okay, here we go. Excellent.
Oh, God. That is so powerful.
Yes, it is.
There's no way the game developers didn't think that the players wouldn't abuse this.
Yeah. No. Oh, but you see, doesn't. Come on, go.
I also like how I came across someone talking about Kingdom Hearts, and I think they had a very interesting statement on how the plot can be sometimes, where it's just like, Kingdom Hearts doesn't answer their questions with a statement for the most part, they'll just answer your question with another question.
Right. Yeah, no, exactly.
I find that kind of funny, because I have been noticing that here and there with Kingdom Hearts, but even though I'm not really gonna, like, start, like, you know, roasting Kingdom Hearts for that.
Right. Anyway, come on. No! Come on, don't. Okay, good. Here we go. One more should do it.
Oh my God. Dude.
You know what?
Where was this when we were fighting Vexen?
I know.
You're the fake!
High five, my brother. You see why I like the Slate so much?
I can see why we've been talking about it for the last 3 streams in a row.
Yeah. You can sort of see what relevance it has now. Awesome. All right, it's not as good as a Mega Elixir, but it's pretty good.
It'll help.
Yep. Okay, which one? Oh wait, we did.
Yeah, we're up to HP.
HP. Yep.
To think too, our save file is almost at 24-hour.
Oh yeah, basically it is.
Riku. It's just like mine. How'd he get this?
Oh.
That looks familiar.
It turned into a cord.
And that's actually kind of weird because that was the card that Vexen was given not too many like cutscenes ago, though.
Oh yeah.
So how did Riku get it? I guess maybe he probably gave it. Well, you know what?
It would make sense though if he would give him the card if at first it seemed like Vexen was in control of Riku.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it would seem like, here, hold this, you might need it.
Right, probably. All right, so now basically you're fighting. So basically now you're fighting actual bad guys. So you want to take the controller, or do you want to?
You know what? Fine, I'll take it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, can you put it back in the other desk, please? Thank you.
All right.
Just I'm gonna guess what happened though with those cutscenes.
Oh, you're gonna try to piece together the mystery that's going on.
I mean, like what happened?
The story.
I mean, with the hold on.
I don't understand what's going on.
Let's just keep moving, okay? It doesn't matter.
It does matter. How can two of you have the same memory?
Are they about to answer something that I was about to talk about?
I'm wrong.
Maybe.
Fine, then don't believe me.
That's not what he meant. We're just kind of worried.
Then let's ask Naminé. That should clear it up. Look, we don't have time to sit around, so let's go!
Sora, what happened to you?
What's that mean?
Well, you always get real touchy when it comes to stuff about Naminé. But before we came to this castle, you didn't even remember what her name was.
Now Naminé's the only thing you talk about.
It doesn't make sense. Maybe you should just slow down and think ahead about some of these things.
Think ahead? What is the matter with you guys? Do you want me to abandon her?
No, that's not it.
Then do whatever you want. You can lay back and take a nap for all I care. I'm going to find Naminé.
Sora!
The drama is so real.
You're all that he's got left. So then, if you don't stop this, no one will.
But it's too late.
You shouldn't give up just yet. Say, Naminé, have you noticed Marluxia doesn't seem to be around?
What are you saying?
Just that there's no one here who would want to get in your way. Just make it count. Now this should be interesting. Try and
I
make
gained
it
and lost
enjoyable,
respect for
Sora.
Axel.
It's the least
Seriously.
you can do for me, you know. Hey, wait. I'm enjoying this. You guys are something else.
Sora, that was no way to...
Keep it to yourself!
Oh, right, I guess because, like he let her go and you thought
Yeah.
that, like... But then he's like, oh, yeah, this should be interesting. Like he's planning something.
Yeah, like I thought, like, oh, maybe he's like a secret, like, double agent for the organization.
Right. Yeah, like he's actually a traitor or something.
Yeah, but like, what I was gonna bring on was what I was thinking about when it came to this whole, I guess, like, mystery of the castle, was I was starting to think with the battle between Riku.
Right, like the fact that they both had the same memory of the shooting star.
What I'm thinking is what happened was...
Oh, this is so fun.
It was taking Sora's memories at the higher he was going up, but they weren't just removing his memories. They went somewhere and they interjected into Riku's head, but then they replaced Sora with Riku, so he thinks it's his memory. Huh.
That's an interesting theory. You know, it's so funny. It's actually kind of cool, like me knowing basically since I've played through all the games first, and me knowing all the lore before, like, my friend does.
I had a feeling that was your reaction that you're having right now.
You know, I mean, when I first played through all these games, there was a lot of mystery, you know, going on, and I kept guessing, and that was one of the fun things about the games. Although, once you get to the end of this world, I think some of your questions, involving that should be answered.
Okay. I'm not going crazy, am I? I know exactly where this is. There didn't really need to be suspense for that. We all had an idea where it was.
Yeah, I mean, when you saw the picture on the card, you knew
did
it was
for you.
Yeah, you knew it was Destiny
And
Islands.
also the name of the card.
Yeah, Destiny Islands.
Yeah, this is our island. Where Naminé and I used to play together. Hey! Side characters.
Yeah. What's up, Sora? So, what you want to do today?
Hey guys. Oh wait, I'm glad to see you.
What? We got food on our faces? Please, Waka. Only you could be dumb enough to notice food stuck on your face. Hey, whoa, that's a low blow, yeah?
He's secretly the crab from Ariel.
Hey, I'm Sebastian, man.
I'm Sebastian in this meat suit I found sunken in the water, man.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
I managed to fix it up, man. With the power of magic, I have my own human puppet.
I don't know, Waka. I think Selfie is on the mark.
That's kind of morbid, I know. I love it.
Yeah. You want to take it since you're...
Oh, not you too, Titus.
Oh yeah, you're Selfie, Waka, and Titus. That's who you are.
You hit your head. Like this body that was just floating underwater.
Yeah, on the rocks on the shore. Well,
we just gave this guy a lure. That the fact that the crab from Ariel,
Sebastian from Little Mermaid,
Sebastian just finds a dead body in the water, and
he just
magic.
crawls inside, and
it's like it's like a morbid Ratatouille.
Yeah. No, just thinking out loud. I know, you're thinking about her again. Oh, I get it.
What is it you get, man? I don't understand.
Yeah, he's a total zombie when she's on his mind.
I'm not a zombie. That would explain why he's acting all funny toward us.
I bet you want us to take a hike so you two can be alone, huh?
Did we just enter a fan fiction?
Maybe. I guess.
There, that was fitting. Sora just answered my question.
Yeah,
he just looks at the TV, breaks the fourth wall, going, "I guess so."
Yeah. That'd be awesome. All right. We'll disappear for a while. Go find her, cowboy.
My problem is, where do these three people even live on the island?
We'll try to be quiet while we spy on you. Okay, thanks for letting us know that.
Hey, Sora. Wait, hey, Sora, serious. Give this guy some room. Give him some room under the sea.
I'm only kidding. See you later, Sora. Under the sea. Under the sea.
Meanwhile, those kids are just like, you never stop with that song.
Yeah.
That's what the kids are probably saying.
Yeah. Oh, and to answer their question, they don't live on the island. They actually, they actually live inland somewhere in like some little village or so, like a little town.
Okay.
Like a seaside town, and like if you remember from the first game, like Sora was actually in his room on the mainland looking out his window at the island as and that's sort of what gave him the incentive to leave, to head out there because of the storm. He was afraid the raft was going to get destroyed or whatever. And but yeah, basically it's sort of like, it's sort of like just a little island that sort of, I guess, juts out from the rest of the mainland, from, I guess, wherever they're on or whatever.
Alrighty.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, where they actually live is, you know, kind of conspicuous. I guess that's the right word. Ambiguous.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know, I always, whenever I play these games, I always like to assume that it's like maybe like California or like Florida. Most likely Florida, because you know Disney World.
Oh yeah.
But you know, one of those sort of towns that's like, you know, near the ocean, where there'd be an island where you could take a boat, a raft out to, like.
Was that at my door? Or? I think that's just the time Dad and Marlena coming back home.
Maybe. Probably. Want me to go check?
I think I saw their light. Here, you know what? You can take the controller.
Yeah, you do
there. All right, I'll be right back. All right, the mic is still on. Don't worry.
Yeah. All right. Hey, we're back. I love being the guy in the room who basically knows all about Kingdom Hearts, who's like the expert at it, who knows the lore, the gameplay, the battles, who basically, you know, is hearing like his best friend sort of try to figure it out for himself, and then like, you know, sort of like see his reactions and whatever when he finds out, and just sort of having discussions with him. It's fun. It's cool. All right, there we go. Next level. Mingling Worlds. I wonder if we can equip. I bet we could. Casey! Casey! Casey girl. Sorry. There we go. Oh wow, we have a bunch more 9s. That's great. Totally radical. Okay. Anything else?
Okay, I'm back.
All right, you're back. And thankfully, I found, you know, we build a lot of CP space, so
nice.
you have room for a bunch more attack cards now.
Awesome.
So
while I was gone, I guess you were working on the deck.
Yeah, I was basically just fighting Heartless and building your deck. Do you want your chair back?
Oh yeah, sure. Just give me 1 second. I can't believe I forgot to mention I brought water bottles in here, so
oh, sweet. Oh wait. Yeah.
So you want to take the controller so you could have some water?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, they're not really cold.
No.
I didn't have a chance to refrigerate them. So the deck is finished, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we have room for maybe like one more card, maybe a 7 or so. Okay. But you should be good.
All right. I was almost afraid that was not breakable.
No, don't worry. You just got to hit certain things a bunch of times.
Okay. Almost hit him. You know what's one thing I've been trying to think about lately?
What?
do you kind of notice, like, I mean, you and I both know that John C. Reilly is the voice of Wreck-It Ralph, right?
Yep.
Do you kind of notice that Wreck-It Ralph does have somewhat of a resemblance to John C. Reilly?
Yeah, kind of. Well, I mean,
Like, not as an insult towards the actor.
well, if you look closely at a lot of animated characters, you'll notice that a lot of them do sort of bear some sort of resemblance to, their actual, voice actors.
I like it when people do references like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like if you look carefully at Shrek, he kind of looks a little bit like Mike Myers.
But I've been hearing something too, saying that he was actually based off of like someone who had like some kind of like face disfigurement.
Oh yeah, no. I knew that, and you're right. Partly because I actually did sort of a research project in college on Shrek, and I actually found the guy who I think he was either a Russian immigrant who moved to France, or
I think he was a boxer, if that helps.
Yeah, probably. But he was sort of, that was involved in his story, I remember, and basically, I forget what, but yeah, basically, I think, his face did kind of look, sort of similar to that of Shrek.
There is one thing I always find fascinating about one of the behind-the-scenes facts from Shrek.
What?
Did you hear that around when they first had Michael Myers do the voice, he did the whole script in kind of like just like a regular voice. But then, I think like not too long after he got it finished, he started thinking to himself, like, would it make more sense if I give him a Scottish accent? And I think he just said that he felt like it would have oddly fit with the character.
Right.
So they had him do some lines, and then they put the voice over, like, with the accent. And the developers in DreamWorks, they were just like, oh my god, this is actually great. And they ended up delaying the movie because of that. Because they had to reanimate the lips to fit in with an accent.
Oh my god.
And it took them over a year.
Oh, that's incredible. That, bravo for them for taking the time to do that, though. And also, another fact about behind the scenes, Shrek, you know who was originally supposed to play Shrek, right?
I know this. I know that there was someone originally supposed to go off, but then...
Yeah, but he died.
Was it John Candy?
No, close.
Was it... Hold on. Chris Farley.
Yes, it was Chris Farley.
I get them both confused.
Yeah, but no. He was originally supposed to play Shrek.
Both of them.
Yeah, no, R.I.P. Both very talented, funny men. Both tragic, how they couldn't control, their own stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Chris was originally supposed to play Shrek, and there were actually, deleted scenes, deleted voice archives, with his voice as Shrek saying some of the lines. But sadly he died before they could finish the movie.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it is.
And I mean, like, oh my god, like they're both such like interesting actors. They both had their own issues going on.
Oh, well, yeah, no, of course.
But at least both of their characters seem to really live on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And not to try to make some sort of statement about, like, what's good or what's bad or anything, or not to try to make a generalization or say anything about them or anything, but, their sort of mistakes and their weaknesses, I feel like a lot of past, I feel like a lot of succeeding comedians and artists, I feel like a lot of them sort of are, I feel like a lot of them may have like taken from their mistakes and like not take it as inherent, but sort of learn from their mistakes and just sort of like and just sort of like are with us today and have a lot of success, because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just say that just because I know that that in terms of very funny sort of like overweight guys, like John Candy, Chris Farley. I know that guys like Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill sort of landed in that same category, but they actually took the time and effort to lose weight and to actually watch their health and to and now they're and now their potential is shining greatly because of that.
Yeah, I feel like with like Jonah Hill, it's just like he always seems to have phases where it's like, hey, look everyone, I'm skinny. Oh no, I'm overweight again. I'm skinny, overweight. Like,
the last time I saw him, he was unbelievably skinny though. Like the last time I saw, and this was when he hosted SNL. I think either this year or sometime last year. But no, he looked like unbelievably short and skinny and shriveled, and like in a good way. And I was just so incredibly impressed because that is not how I remember him from several other movies and so on. But no, I mean he really seems to have done some really great work work on himself, and I give him much applaud for that. Yeah. But yeah, no. I mean, he's an Academy Award nominee, so
yeah.
But yeah, no, I like him.
Let's see.
Want to do roulette?
That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh yeah,
gamble.
Yeah, we're in Vegas, baby.
Yeah, don't mind Sora's age.
Right.
Oh darn it! I was about to turn around and hit him.
That's fine.
Earlier too, when I was talking about having podcasts, like having a podcast on my account, you know what I'm beginning to think about again? That there was a long time ago when, well, not a long time ago, but like in 2014, that was when my grandmother had a heart attack, and this was the one that she recovered from. But I visited her in the hospital, and when my grandma was still around, we were able to relate with like so many topics, and like we would always have like very deep conversation. There was one time I was visiting her in the hospital, and we ended up talking about like how she could be amazed with the concept of smartphones. When she was saying like, it's interesting. Like what she would say was like, it's really fascinating because by the time I had a TV, it was a really big box and a small screen, and then as time went on, the screens got bigger and bigger. But now we're in a day and age where we seem to be going through that again with modern smartphones.
Kill the horn Heartless first.
Okay.
Because if you don't, then he's going to continuously respawn Heartless.
Oh, okay. But thanks for that.
No problem.
But what I was going to say was, darn it, well, let's get a roll with this. Just she had a very fair point that like we're going through that phase again with like smartphones, where they practically do seem to get slightly bigger. But then I just started thinking that we also seem to be going over it again somewhat with radio when it comes to now people making their own podcasts.
Wow.
Because it's like, clearly before television, there was radio. And then when TV kind of came along, radio was just, I don't know, kind of like, oh, see you later, sucker. But now we seem to be going through that again with podcasts.
Right.
Because it is the entertainment medium that you don't always have to look at a screen for.
Yeah.
But it's something where it's like you could be at work doing something, or you could be doing like chores or going on a drive. I don't know if I should try to get a cure card or a key.
Don't get a cure card, because if you do...
There you go.
Yeah, because premium cards, you can only use them once and then they disappear.
Okay. Oh, what?
Yeah. You got a premium and a roulette card.
Let's see what we got going on. I'm trying to think. What are you? What are you? Yeah, that's...
Oh, false bounty.
Oh, does that not...
No, that's good. It just means that you're going to get a room where there are Heartless guarding 3 treasure chests.
Okay.
And you got to pick which one is the right one.
And if I pick the wrong one, does that mean that they're all bad now?
No. It just means that you got one with a Heartless in it, and you got to fight it.
Oh, so you basically just got to pick... You got to keep going until you get the right treasure.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
Oh, probably should get the horn, guys.
Yeah.
No, come on. Come on. What? Oh, there you go. Okay, finally.
Alright. Nice.
No, come on.
Almost sounded like they were trying to sing the Kim Possible theme.
Hidden references in Disney platforms.
And that's actually fitting, since Kim Possible is Disney.
Did you know? There's a hidden reference. Oh, I'm not going to do this. I almost sounded like... I basically sounded like every info, thing ever doing that voice.
Alright.
Like, I don't know. Give me a fact idea, and I'll try to say the fact in that tone.
Okay. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire sometimes reuses the same question.
Alright. Did you know? Sometimes in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, they have to repeat the same questions in future episodes. I don't know, that's just the most cliche,
Yeah, no, I'm not good with thinking, good on the spot stuff.
No, I'm not saying about what you're saying. I'm just saying about, how I do the voice. It's the generic thing. Right. Where it's you want to sound like smart guy, you talk like that. Alright. Bingo. That was the checkpoint thing, right?
Yep.
Okay. For some reason, I almost got worried.
That's the save point one.
All right. I swung at a bush.
That's fine.
You know, so weird. Also, kind of thought too.
What?
It seems like this year, sadly, was the year of when childhood figures started passing away.
Like how so?
Like Stan Lee and Steven Hillenburg.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, at least of this season, the holiday season. This is the holiday season where childhood figures pass away.
And it's a shame. I mean, with Stan Lee, it was just one of those things where it was just kind of inevitable, really. He always seemed to amaze everyone.
Well, yeah, no. Well, I mean, he was old, so a lot of people sort of knew that was coming. But geez, Steve Hillenburg, I didn't even know he had,
ALS.
that he had Lou Gehrig's disease.
That's the thing. There was a thing when he came out saying that he got diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. It didn't really seem to spread around as much as I was expecting it to be.
At least not as much as it did Stephen Hawking. So,
well, Stephen Hawking though, he was he himself was a lucky one. Because I know sometimes lots of times people say that when you get into states like that, it's nothing to really feel happy about.
No.
But the thing is, he was told that he was going to die at the age of 22.
No, exactly.
And then he basically lived another, how many years?
I mean, his story is nothing short of a miracle. So, but I mean, it was unbelievably tragic, what happened to Hillenburg. And I think that's, the first time, usually whenever I post about, somebody, well-respected that I, try to, give homage to or whatever. you know, I put out a Facebook notice, or at least I try to, because there are a lot of people that I sadly miss, and I apologize so greatly for that. But
That's all right.
But usually I just sort of put out like a little Facebook post saying, I'm so sorry about this person, RIP. I'm not that good with, you know, posting memes or anything, or videos, or...
How many of these Google points? Are they like coming out of me?
Yeah, no, they're coming out of you. Like that, the flower, when you see in his roots, when, you know, dirt and gravel starts to muster or fester, like, you know, like when you see a cloud of dust appear underneath his roots, that means he's getting ready to do that attack. And when he does that attack, that basically knocks a lot of Moogle points off of you.
Okay.
Which is really annoying.
Oh, we got a lot of these cards.
Yeah, you've got a lot of treasure on your hands.
Because I'm getting greedy.
Yeah, which is fine. So, I mean, we really only needed one for Wonderland to get you that slate. So,
and then it just became a constant recurring thing where I'm just like, no way, I'm
money.
Yeah. Money. I was waiting for that last part.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
It's usually the middle one.
Oh, I was gonna do eeny, meeny, miny, mo, but okay.
I mean, you could, like...
Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Okay.
Please be worth that.
Oh...
If my family didn't come back home, I would have generically just screamed. I think that would have been even funnier.
Yeah, especially since that's really not much to scream about.
I mean, no, just the joke is, it's just like you expected it, but it's still like a screaming terror scream.
Right? Yeah. No. I totally get that.
You know what, better yet, me in the future, just make this a clip of us talking about it and now just cut it to how I expected it to come out as.
Oh, you mean like when you make this a Let's Play, you're gonna cut to like a video of you actually screaming?
Where it's just like that cutscene plays again, and then it's like a voiceover, then as soon as it comes out, I cut out the audio from the stream and I replace it with me letting out a scream.
Nice. That's funny.
I'm gonna make it its own video too before I even make it in the Let's Play.
You know, I'm actually really looking forward to seeing, you know, what you do with like this series as a Let's Play.
The thing is too, I've been really thinking about it lately, and I'm thinking as an idea where it's like, you know, it's like I'm not gonna be in a community college forever. Like I'm thinking.
Oh, he's getting ready to do it.
Oh. That like I'm rethinking like maybe when I go into a dorm, I want to make sure like maybe on like a summer break I'll get a bunch of them like done and then space them out so it'll be like my channel's automatically uploading while I'm in college.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
So it's almost as if like even though I'm not around to do this kind of stuff,
right,
then it's almost kind of like, well, here's a replacement to fill in for when I'm gone.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting though when people are hearing me talk about this while they're watching a condensed episode.
Yeah.
It's an odd fascination, you know?
Yeah, no, it is. It really is.
Like basically like having stuff come up in the future automatically, so it's almost as if a system is taking control of what you're doing, but yet it's your work at the same time. It's something I think about frequently.
Sort of like having like a second you know, sort of, you know, putting out like, you know, like a digital you, you know, creating these videos for you.
Yeah, kinda.
Of course, you know, I guess like with, you know, without you at the wheel to, you know, add your, you know, creative outlook to it, you know, I guess. But then again, I don't really upload, you know, videos to YouTube, so I wouldn't really know how the process works.
I mean, it's very simple. Just like, you know how, you know, you could set like a video to like private and public.
Oh, well, I mean, I know how to upload videos to YouTube. I just don't know, you know, how to do them, you know, the way you would do them. You know, like,
yeah, I get
you know, I'm not.
Fine, we'll try the middle.
Oh, wow, we were both wrong.
Yeah, let's cue that scream again, please. Yeah, I guess that'll work.
Yeah. Us getting so close to defeating Vexen, and then one of us jinxing it, you know, and then, you know, dying right when we're at the tiny last, you know, inch of his health bar, that would be an appropriate time to scream.
Yeah. I mean, didn't we scream at one point? Or, like, didn't you, like, get...
Well, I mean, I got mad, but I didn't... But at the end of... but during that time when you basically jinxed it and I died, I didn't scream. I just froze for a minute and then I sung an Adele song.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Which probably wasn't. No. That's fine. That's good. That's it's good to have health on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. It was an odd choice on my part because immediately after I had thought of a much more appropriate song to sing for that moment, and I didn't. So yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, but no. At that point, I mean, I sung. Oh, even better.
Yes.
Higher value.
More satisfying.
Yeah.
Snickers.
Yeah, but I mean, I sung the Hello Adele. Oh, and I think one of those was. Oh wait. Oh no.
It's another Blizzard.
It's a Blizzard. No. Oh wait, but I think that crown door is the one you need to go through.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to look for stuff to break.
Okay, I think the tree. Did you hit the tree? Oh wait, no, it's
I
a treasure
might
room.
have.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a treasure room, so that's optional. You don't have to.
Alright. Oh boy, that's a lot.
Yeah, and I don't think you actually have enough for it. Like I remember I tried going to it and I didn't have enough for it, so.
Insanely high no. Oh, what do you know? This one's even harder. I don't know what door to open. I don't know. Like, we should just use some of these cards.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. You got a lot of treasure, so might as well.
That's gonna be lame though, collecting them and not using them. Oh wow, it's like the exact same room.
Except I think this is the crown door that you need to get into.
Shocking.
Electrifying.
Get over here. Okay. Oh, I don't think we have this one either. No.
Okay, so yeah, it's a different crown door. Check your map. Okay.
So we made a wrong turn.
Oh, we went a bit too far.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay, because we can. Now we basically have the way open for us for when we need to get to the key to remembrance or guidance. Key to guidance. Yeah. Key to beginnings. Key to guidance. Key to truth.
The key to open your car. It's all the same thing in the end.
Yeah.
Did you see the video where someone said like every Kingdom Hearts ever, and it was like a scene where like it was from one of the modern Mickey cartoons, and then you just see Mickey just like the door's locked.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Car key,
key lime pie,
Kingdom Heart, Don Quixote, Cherokee,
key to my heart,
and most importantly, Mickey. All that didn't help anybody at all.
Okay, wait. This is the door, maybe.
Wait. No, you don't need a card for that door. You can just walk through it.
Oh wait, what did I just? Okay.
Wait,
so it's this way.
There's the door.
How did we miss that?
I do not know.
Okay, so something that equals 2 and something that equals 8. So let's see, what do we got for what is this one? A room where anything can happen? Alright, I mean, it's a 2.
Oh yeah, and when you go into a story door...
Hey, look, an 8.
Perfect. Alright.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, when you go into a story door, whatever criteria, whatever map card you use, that won't actually happen.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. Hey, Sora, what's the big rush?
I know you. Yurigu.
Gee, thanks for remembering me. It's been, what, a couple hours?
Never mind. Are you okay? Are you still under his control?
What are you talking about?
I get it. You must be the Riku from my memories.
The Riku from my memories? Sounds like you're stuck in the land of make-believe.
I guess I kind of am.
Haha, you're such a kid. How are you gonna take care of her if you act like that?
Stop speaking of her. What's happening?
How should I know? Whatever it is, it can't be good. I'm gonna go warn the others.
Then should I go?
I know. It's your job to look after her. Go, Sora.
Okay. There we go.
There we
That's what
are.
we were looking for.
Yep.
Oh wait, are we just okay?
Yeah,
No.
now you gotta
Bad touch. Stranger danger.
Hello, Colin.
What are you doing here? Who are you?
You don't remember from when in a previous stream when we were in the 100-acre wood, and or as you called it, 100 Arse World.
Oh my! Forgot. How did I forget?
Yeah,
The 100 arses.
Well,
No.
Basically, when we got to a minigame with Tigger, one of the things in his speech bubble was, "Who wants to go bouncing with me?" You made.
No, yes. Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Yeah.
I think that'll also fit in.
Yeah, no, I was doing a reference to that.
Nice touch.
Thank you.
Not stranger danger.
Okay, good.
Don't worry. I won't use the whistle.
Oh, cool. Thank you. I feel so.
I feel so welcome now. Thank you for not blowing the safety whistle.
Yeah, thank you for not ratting me out.
All right. Oh yeah, the one door you can go in through.
Yeah.
Oh look, the one door I can go in through.
Yeah.
Chain of memories. There's a good chain of memories joke. Things constantly repeat all the time. So I'm going to assume that with this one too, whatever card I put in won't matter either.
Yeah, no. You just need to find it enough
right.
to, fill the gauge or the criteria.
There. I mean, I guess we could get rid of the ones where it like fills a room with a lot of darkness. Heartless.
I mean,
whatever.
I guess I usually use those to level grind as much as I can.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. Try white mushrooms. Those are. Oh wait, no. Wait, you got a lot of premium cards.
Oh, like use these?
Yeah. Use as many premiums as you can because.
Wow, that took a lot.
Yeah. No, it didn't.
What were the black ones?
They're basically useless, so you can use them.
Oh look. Oh wait, I was going to make a joke saying like, oh look, use 0, and I was hoping you would take it, not doing anything.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting a bit better.
Actually, I feel like with make everybody dizzy in the room.
I think we can get rid of one of these.
Yeah, you can get rid of one of those.
Or you know what, just to fit in perfectly. There we go.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
The island!
It appears there's a glitch in the Matrix, Sora. And it's just like you see the beast with Goofy's face. Now you must die, Sora. The Heartless has taken my spirit.
Yes, and turned me into a giant dark side. And now I'm going to destroy you, Sora. Say your prayers.
So the boss is very simple too.
Oh yeah.
They make a cool looking boss, like the most simple thing too.
Yeah, no, totally. Oh, Mickey. Yeah.
I mean, I'll save it. Prepare for my darkness hand, Sora.
Alright.
Oh, no.
I'd say you could use the Mickey card now. There you go.
What? Oh, okay, now I see.
Now you can go up and hit his face. Which you probably
You could hit my ugly face? I mean, wait, what? Why did I... Oh, no!
That's the downside to it.
Yeah, I landed right in his dongle.
Keep away from my dongle, Sora.
You better, no better yet, his dongle is just Donald's head. We just created a whole monstrosity.
Oh, jeez.
I can imagine in post-production, there's like a photo of like that weird, goofy Heartless just sitting in like a part of the screen.
Goofy Heartless?
This guy's a Heartless of Goofy.
You mean like this? You mean this Heartless with like Goofy's head on
face and then like a Donald Duck like walking the crotch?
Oh, jeez.
With like a really tiny Donald, like a life-sized head.
That would be hilarious if you could make that.
Oh, I can.
Oh my gosh. Oh, are you going to?
I think I should.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, keep on.
I'll make it the thumbnail when I put it on.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye out for this stream, for this episode then.
No!
Oh,
fuck. There's no way you can get to me, Sora. I'm invincible. Oh no!
Oh dear, I didn't see that coming.
I heard of the jinx, but I never heard it happen to me. Okay, I just totally destroyed the Goofy. It was like a weird little Christopher Walken.
No,
a little bit.
Well, he sounds very much like him.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, quick!
We got the approaches. Death is inevitable.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. You got. Shoot. No. Okay, no, Death. You're gonna die.
No, I'm not.
Well, no, you're not. No, you're not. Because you're close. Close. Just stay with his hand.
Where'd the other one go? I didn't use it as a slate. I call it false advertising.
Yeah. You know what?
No.
Okay, you. I think you. Oh no! It was a premium. That's why.
Oh, oof. It's pulsing.
Yeah, he's pulsing from his chest.
More. Chase the wrath of my heart, pulse, Sora.
I mean, better.
Oh wait, I did it. Okay.
I mean, better from his chest than from Donald.
Yeah, it just like comes out of his mouth.
Oh, jeez.
It makes that noise as it fires out.
Oh, he's got an 8. Oh dear. Those.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, no, you're gonna die. Sorry.
Here, you wanna take it? Here you go.
Yeah, no. Sorry. Well, you used the elixir and the potion very early, so
yeah,
that's something you gotta watch out for. But you know what? My first time playing through Chain of Memories, I died on Dark Side as well. So, you know, it's totally fine. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Focusing on his arm. Focusing on his arm.
There was a thing that went on Twitter where it was like a part of a Kingdom Hearts cutscene, and it was like they just only played like a quote from one of the Mickey voices, and the tweet just said, "Imagine someone just seeing this and not understanding the context of Kingdom Hearts," and it's just like it shows Mickey in like the organization outfit, and it's him going like, "Did somebody else talk about the gift of darkness?" And you just see him standing at a doorway with the hood up.
Oh.
It just sounds really funny because it seems like Mickey just goes emo.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be funny.
I mean, like, I know that was from an actual cutscene, but I know it was from a Kingdom Hearts game I'm not up to. I just saw it on Twitter, and I'm just thinking like, oh my god, this is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, heal.
Okay. And now we're basically...
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, stop. I don't care about the shadows. I care about Darkseid. Alright, we did it.
Nice.
Alright, good.
Okay. Now that giant eyeball comet can go away now, probably.
Yeah. Maybe, probably.
And now we can work on CP.
Yeah.
It's a spaghetti monster.
Yes.
It's dark licorice. Oh, Slate.
Slate.
Holy! That actually fit in pretty well.
Inflict damage on a target enemy and all surrounding enemies. Huh. Okay, 3 items. Cool.
Yeah, there's a Slate that we'll never use.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to keep her safe. Nominate! Can you hear me? Oh.
She was the monster the whole time.
Sora, you really came for me.
I escaped the room to enter your dream. Don't ask how this
Been
works.
through
It's Kingdom
so
Hearts.
much just to see you.
Yes. I
Wait,
wanted to see
you
too,
entered my dream?
but this isn't right.
Why does this water bottle hurt?
I wanted to see you, but this isn't the right way.
Nominate?
I was lonely for so long. I just couldn't bear it anymore. So I called out to your heart and had you come all the way out to this place. You came for me, and I'm so happy, but to your heart I had to.
Don't worry. I'm here because I promised that I would protect you.
Sora. Thank you. And I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be in this picture. That's true.
What?
Nominate?
I'm really dead, Sora.
That isn't me. I'm not there.
Wait.
I don't really exist inside your heart. I don't exist in anyone's heart. I never have existed anywhere.
What are you saying? What's gotten into you? Weren't we inseparable? Always together? But then you had to go away. I came here so I'd never lose you again.
Was it really me you wanted to see?
Of course it was. I know I've forgotten a lot of things in this castle, but never anything about you. Look! You gave this to me, didn't you?
Wait, is this an alternate Kyrie?
You have it.
And he's remembering a charm that Kyrie gave to him?
No, Sora. You
Hold
can't
on.
believe me.
Oh, I wonder if I'm right.
What am I supposed to do?
Think, Sora. Think just one more time. About who's most special to you. Call out to that piece of memory that glimmers faintly deep inside your heart. No matter how far away the light gets, your heart's voice will always reach it.
Who's most special to me? That's an easy one. It's you, Namit.
You're
called it! I called it! I called it! I called it! I called it!
You're half right.
I'm not sure. I think I called it.
Yeah,
and
no,
it fits
no,
in,
no.
Though, that
Well, she...
in the beginning of the game, I called her blonde Kyrie.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Yeah. Basically, yeah, she is. She is an alternate Kyrie, and you will later on in the series you'll find out why that is.
Oh my god.
You know, but it isn't. But she's not. But she's not Kyrie. So, who was